Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Is everyone there? Okay, we wait for a while for our two friends to see if they're still joining us, yeah? In the meantime, you can take out sorry, the Rosai School printing papers. Zia, you're only joining us for the first half, right? Oh, last day to see you today. All right, we just wait maybe 2 to 3 more minutes, yeah? Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. It is the last day for our meeting today. Cannot believe that 10 days have passed by. It was so much fun with everyone. So as usual, we start with Al-Fatiha. We make dua that Allah bless our lesson and allow us to gain beneficial knowledge. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahmanir Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdinas siratal mustaqim صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Okay. All right. So I will continue from yesterday. So Zia, we actually went through some marks. You can actually, since we're waiting for Naura still, why don't you just mark your work? Okay. I will share again what we did yesterday. All right. Give me a second. Okay. So this is booklet one. Booklet A, sorry. Okay. You use another color pen to mark. Don't change the answer, okay? Because later when your mom sends me the paper, I want to see how you did originally. Okay? You look at the answers and mark. Okay, yeah, once you're done, let me know. I go to the next page. Okay. Question 6 onwards. Oh, dah. Oh, okay.
Wait, teacher, I'm not done with the previous page.
But we went through the answers already, Maya, yesterday. Kan?
I want to recheck in case I accidentally miss it.
Okay, okay, sure, sure, no worries. Good practice. All right, okay, question 11. Kois, are you there? I haven't seen Kois yet. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was from Sarawak Joma. Then I couldn't eat, so I had to eat first.
Makan, makan, makan. It's okay, it's okay. Because Ziad is still checking answers. Can, go and eat. Okay,
Thank
hi
you.
Naura. No worries. Assalamualaikum Naura. Okay. Ziad dah? Okay, Maya done? Okay. Then we did the vocabulary. How come you know the answer? Oh, you mark yourself, is it? Oh, I see. Okay. Do you want to copy down the meanings? You give me a thumbs up, okay, when you're done. All right. Okay. Then we were at visual text. Do you have any questions? Let me know, okay, Ziad? Okay, then I think this one. Can? Do I carry on or not yet? Okay, Ziad is still copying. All right. And editing. So yeah, a bit small. Okay, let me change the orientation. Okay.
Can go down.
All right. Okay, so we were here. Pardon me, yeah. Okay, today we will follow alphabetical order from the back. So Ziad, Faiz, Nora, and Maya. Okay, so we'll take turns to answer each question. Okay, number one. Done, right? Number one is been found to reduce stress. Hang on, thus enhancing overall well-being, right? Overall happiness. Mindfulness exercises include slowing down our breathing and being calm. When we practice mindfulness, we train our minds to focus and think more clearly. Although it sounds simple in theory, it can be what? To switch off our thoughts. Yet, it can be. Oops, chat, there's a chat. It can be dangerous to switch off our thoughts and think more clearly. Actually, it's the opposite of simple. Although it sounds simple in theory, it can be what to switch off our thoughts. So the opposite of simple is anyone?
Hard.
Yeah, it can be hard. It can be challenging.
Complicated.
Yeah, can. Sorry. Yeah. It can be complicated. Okay lah, can lah. Because simple opposite of complicated. Opposite of simple is complicated. Kan? It can be complicated to switch off our thoughts even for a few seconds without thinking about either work or studies. Kois?
What is it? Uh, to switch off our thoughts even for a few seconds without thinking about either work or studies.
Okay, so the clue here is either. Okay, or if some of you call it either. Okay, so the opposite or rather the pair. Either will go with or. Okay, next. Nora, mindfulness can what? Both mental and physical health.
Be mindfulness can be both mental and physical health.
Not really. So it's about, okay, let's read on. Research shows that what mindfulness regularly can bring down our stress level and strengthen our immunity. So it's both our mental and physical health. So mindfulness can have a what on both mental and physical health?
Affect.
Can affect, okay? Can also use can impact or can influence. Okay. So when you do mindfulness, you can improve or you can enhance your mental and both your mental and physical health. Okay, research shows that what mindfulness regularly can bring down our stress level and strengthen immunity. Maya.
Having
Hmm?
having
Cannot hear.
having
Sorry? Having mindfulness. Practicing. Okay? Practicing mindfulness. So mindfulness is like an activity. It's like salat. It's like doing something. Okay? So that practicing mindfulness regularly can bring down our stress level and strengthen immunity. For what? A few years ago, 12 boys were stuck in a cave in northern Thailand with their football coach. So suddenly they are talking about a story or something like that, right? So what are they trying to do? They are
Give
using
example.
yes, correct. So they're using an example to try to illustrate why practicing mindfulness helps. Okay, so Ziad, what is that missing word? 53. For what? A few years ago. So Koi said that this is an example. So it is actually for, yeah. So for example, okay, or sometimes they will use for instance. Okay, 12 boys were stuck in a cave in northern Thailand with their football coach. They were finally rescued, what, spending more than 2 weeks in darkness. Kois?
They were finally rescued after.
After spending more than 2 weeks in darkness, the coach had taught the boys, Naura, what to breathe, redirect their thoughts, and keep calm.
how to be
Mm-hmm. What does this mean? I thought they know how to breathe.
like control their breathing because when you're like
Mm.
nervous you um breathe like you cannot control your breathing.
Okay, so my part of mindfulness is to actually use your breathing to control yourself, to calm you down. Okay, so even though they were stuck in a cave and it's a tragedy, right? But they are able to survive and strengthen themselves and remain calm. Okay, all right. So by doing all these things, okay, this helped the boys stay mentally and physically strong. What their ordeal, Maya?
Um stay mentally fit and physically strong in their ordeal.
And so an ordeal is a very long process.
Wait, but is it in?
Not in. Throughout their ordeal.
They put during.
No, unfortunately, audio is throughout the audio.
What is
Okay, audio is like this difficult thing that's happened to them. Okay, let me find the exact meaning. Let's find a dictionary. So an ordeal is a severe, painful, or trying experience that tests your character, endurance, and strength. Okay, so it's a very difficult situation. All right. So we were at Maya, right? So back to Ziad. In what? Mindfulness can boost our memory and concentration. Okay, this one, if you read onwards, you can find some more clues. As such, some schools have started teaching students to do a 5-minute mindful breathing exercise during recess every day. What do you think? Hmm? Anyone? You can say in learning, right? In learning. So above was about survival. Now this is about education or learning. In learning, mindfulness can also help us. How? It can boost our memory and concentration. As such, some schools have started students da 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 da. Da. At first, the students were not used what the exercise. Kois?
Um, at first, the students were not used to the exercise.
Hmm. Okay, something foreign for them. How come everything suddenly got to breathe lah, do this and that lah? Okay, so it's a habit and it's something new, so it's not easy to suddenly do it. Not used by the, unfortunately, no, this one have to be used to. You don't say used by the exercise, okay? Okay. Naura, to cultivate mindfulness, we need to set aside both time and space. Rushing,
Rushing through it would defeat the purpose. Secondly, we need to anchor ourselves to the present moment.
mm, hmm. There's no firstly, leh.
But that's at first.
Where is it?
The above paragraph. At first, the students were not used to the exercise.
But that is a different context and it's not in the same, you're not talking about the same thing. Because after they talk about the exercise thing, right, it then went on to talk about to cultivate mindfulness. So the above was about learning, mindfulness and learning. The second one is about cultivating mindfulness. So yeah, so rushing through it would defeat the purpose. Instead, we need to anchor ourselves to the present moment. So you cannot rush when you're doing mindfulness. You cannot say, okay, I do mindfulness now. You need to take time. Okay, instead, we need to anchor ourselves to the present moment. Next, we must what attention to our breathing. Naura? Sorry, Maya?
we must pay attention to our breathing.
Pay attention. Okay? All right. Okay, favorite. Synthesis and transformation. So we are done with Maya, right? So we go back to Ziad. You would have done this already, right? What's your answer? Just share with us your answer. Don't worry. Having a picture of the dog John drew, he framed it up. Okay, so it's actually having drawn a picture of his dog, John framed it up. Okay, or John then framed it up.
Can we not put the then?
Hmm, I think it's okay. Yep. Having drawn a picture of his dog, John then framed it up. Okay, that was Ziyad, right? Okay, after Ziyad is Koi. Okay, no worries, it's all right.
Yeah, some kind of lag. Okay.
It's all right.
Aziz told his teacher that he wrote the composition. I don't know how to write yesterday.
The day before.
Yeah, I wrote the day before, but I was just not sure.
Okay. In the PSIE, you just write, okay? Even if you're not sure.
Can we put the previous day?
Can also. By the way, don't need to do what I do, lah. No need to slash. Okay. Yes, Nara. You raise your hand.
Is it wrong if we put Aziz told his teacher that he had written the composition the previous day?
Yeah, it's okay also. I wrote the composition yesterday. I told yesterday that he wrote the composition the day before. Can. Had written. So he had written. Yeah, this is okay. If he had said he was writing, then yes, you say he had been that he had been writing the composition the day before. So different. Sorry, students. I think it's had written. This is reported speech. Sorry. Yes, so it's not wrote. It's had written. Okay. Okay. Next. You're still copying. Okay. Next is who? Naura, right?
My brother would rather go outdoors than play computer games.
Yeah. Okay. Maya.
For 60 three, I I like did something different.
What do you do?
a bit different. I'm like, my brother would rather go outdoors to playing computer games.
No, because he doesn't like to play computer games. Mm, okay. All right. Many people like speaking with him. Maya?
Many people like
Due to his?
his sincerity. Many people
Mm,
with him.
yep. Okay. Ziad?
Joyce can go cycling only with the approval of her mother.
Yep. Good. Okay. All right. So this is our comprehension. Okay, let me see how to do this. Okay, I tell you what, children, I will, because I want to show the passage as well. Okay, I will do this another way. Hang on, Mm, hmm. Please bear with me. Give me a second, Okay, so I will do this a bit differently this time. Okay, come. Let's read this together. Okay, we take turns to read. We start with Maya. So Maya, Naura, Faiz, and Ziad. Okay, Sam.
Um, wait, what?
Comprehension on my screen, can you see?
Read it.
Yes, so we read one paragraph each.
Sam had a smile that lit up the gloomiest of days. Even though his classmates told him that he had a cheerful personality, he sometimes felt like he blended into the busy school crowd. He was surrounded by friends who excelled at everything from academics to sports. Sam was envious of his peers who received awards for their achievements. He thought that recognition had to be loud or obvious. Remember, Sam, you're special in your own way, his parents would remind him when he expressed his frustration. However, his classmates' accomplishments often drowned out those words.
Okay, thank you, Naura. One day.
One day at recess, he noticed his classmate, Ben, sitting alone. Sam recognized that look, shoulders hunched, gaze, fi- gaze fixed on untouched food, as if eating alone made the meal taste worse. Ini-
Intuitively,
Intuitively, Sam sat next to him. Sam sat next to Dan and asked him to join his group of friends. Dan hesitated, but Sam gave him an inviting smile. That was all it took. Dan's shoulders slowly relaxed as the conversation among the boys flowed.
okay. Faiz, each day.
Each
Third
day,
paragraph.
each day, Sam passed by a neighborhood shop on his way to school. Mrs. Raju, the owner, often struggled to carry the heavy boxes of groceries inside because of her weak knees. Rain or shine, Sam never hesitated to lift them into the shop and sort the items out. Such a kind boy, Mrs. Raju would say, her eyes twinkling as she patted her back approvingly.
His back. Mhm. Okay, Ziad, one afternoon.
One afternoon, while Sam was rushing to his enrichment class, he noticed a little girl crying inconsolably at the playground. Her balloon had floated away. Despite knowing that he could be late for class, Sam walked quickly to a nearby shop. He used the last of his allowance to buy a new balloon. As Sam handed it to the little girl, she squealed in delight and ran back to her mother. Sam simply grinned. He thought such actions were what anyone would do.
Okay, thank you. All right. Then back to Maya on the last day of school.
On the last day of school, Sam's form teacher asked the class to reflect on the most significant that happened to them last year. He sat in deep thoughts when his friend Jen nudged him with a quizzed look. "You look stumped," she commented.
Hey, Naura. Sam sighed.
Sam sighed. I'm clueless. It's just that nothing special ever happens to me. Jen shook her head. In all seriousness, Jen said softly but firmly, I don't think so. You are the good that happens to others. Sam stared blankly at her.
Faiz, all those little things.
All those little things you do, you have changed people's lives, even if you don't see it. You make you make people's day better. Maybe that's even better. Maybe that's better than random good things happening to you. It means so much more when they show you gratitude. Jen continued.
Okay, Ziad, for the first time.
For the first time, Sam looked back, not to his own eyes, but to the eyes of those he had helped. He remembered Mrs. Raju smiling as she greeted her customers. Her knees now aching less because of his help. He recalled then texting him a funny joke because he had a friend to talk to. It dawned on him that Jen was right and he was appreciated.
Okay, so Sam finally realized that good things were indeed happening to him, just not in the way he had expected. Mrs. Raju had once made his day by giving him some snacks after he helped her. A little girl would run to greet him joyfully each time they met at the playground. Dan's family also invited him to their family events. It dawned on Sam that the acts of recognition could come in small ways. They were quiet in the warmth of a thank you, a grateful smile, or the unnoticed but undeniable impact on someone. Okay? So good things can happen to you. It doesn't have to be loud. It can also be the little things that can change your life and make you happy. Okay? All right. So very interesting passage here. So let's take a look at 66A. Which two-word phrase in paragraph 1 shows the impression Sam's classmates had of him? We can take turns. Sorry, that was just now was Ziyad, right? So we go to Naura. Yes. What is a two-word phrase?
Lit up. Lit up.
Yang mana? First paragraph. I don't think it's lit up though.
Or cheerful
Maya?
personality.
Yeah, cheerful. Okay. All right. Why is my this one to the left? Yeah, so weird. Okay, next. Explain clearly why Sam did not feel that he was special when he compared himself to his friends. 2 marks. Yes, yet.
He sometimes felt like he blended into the busy school crowd.
Mm, okay. Okay, I will take that. So this is the first mark. He sometimes felt like he blended into the busy school crowd. Then where does the other mark come from? Look at what happens next. The next sentence. Sam was envious of his peers.
Because his friends would get awards for their achievements.
Mm, okay. All right. Okay. Look at the table below. Oh, we're supposed to go one by one. Okay, let's start with Maya. Look at the table below. What do the words the left column refer to in the passage? Line 11, that.
The inviting smile.
Okay. Naura, it.
A new balloon that Sam bought.
Toys, little
Um,
things.
what he did to make people feel happy.
Okay, or what he did to help others.
Should we say acts of kindness he did to everyone?
Yeah, so Sam's acts of kindness can also. Okay. All right. Next is Ziad. What did Sam do that made Mrs. Raju pat his back approvingly? Oh yeah, did he go toilet or something? Yeah, Maya. Okay. Yeah, what's the answer? What did he do that made Mrs. Raju pat his back?
Sam never hesitated to help lift the heavy boxes of groceries to the shop and sort the items out.
Hmm. Never hesitated to lift heavy boxes of groceries. So there's one mark. And sort the items out. Second mark. Okay. Okay, next. Back to Maya. Right, 1, 2, or 3. What is the order?
2, 1, 3.
Sam sat next to Dan. Dan texted Sam to share a funny joke. Sam asking Dan to join him for recess. Hang on, I think the texting is last, right? It was only later on at
It's
the end.
132.
1, 3, 2. Yeah, correct. So it's him coming in first, sitting beside Dan. Okay, the texting is at the end, you see here. He recalled Dan texting him a funny joke because he had a friend to talk to. So, of course, after they became friends, Dan texted him. Okay. Yes, Nora.
For the previous question, 60,
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Yep.
putting Sam hesitated and then he sorted out the boxes, can we say that he just helped Mrs. Raju carry the boxes inside her shop because she was struggling?
Because what?
Because she was struggling.
Yeah, can also.
Okay.
Okay. From lines 19 to 21, how can you tell that Sam was a selfless person? So 19 is here. Despite knowing that he could be late for class, Sam walked quickly to a nearby shop and he used the last of his allowance to buy a new balloon. So remember yesterday someone was asking me, right, what does selfless mean? Selfless mean that is someone who doesn't think about himself, like he puts himself later above, he puts others above himself. So he doesn't mind sacrificing some comfort or sacrificing some of his things or sacrificing his time to help others. So that's what it means. So in this case, this is him being selfless. So what are the two examples? Whose turn is it supposed to be? Maya, right? So Naura lah, Naura.
Um, Sam was a selfless person because even though he was late for his enrichment class, he still helped a girl at the playground buy a new balloon after the girl's balloon floated away.
Okay. So in this case, it's a how question. We don't have to put because, okay? So we just state it. Even though he could be late for class, he still bought the balloon for the little girl. There is one mark, right? And he even used the last bits of his allowance to buy it.
No, should we put the allowance part?
Yes, because what is the second mark then? This is a 2-mark question.
But can we put another point instead of
But this is from lines 19 to 21. So you have to use only 19 to 21.
but
Okay?
it's in
Sorry?
it's okay.
I cannot hear, saya.
It's okay. Never
Okay, all right. Okay. Qais, 71. Based on line 28. Why did Jen shake her head?
Because she did not agree with Sam.
Hmm. Jen did not agree that nothing special happens to Sam. Okay. All right. State whether true or false. The true or false question. Mrs. Raju's knees were in severe pain despite Sam's help. The end. Is it true or false? Even though Sam helped her, his knee still hurt. Her knee still hurt. Sorry. Okay. So the answer is false. Because how do we know here? At the last part here. Hang on now. He remembered Mrs. Raju smiling as she greeted her customers, her knees now aching less because of his help. So false. Okay. So we can say here that Mrs. Raju's now eat less thanks to his help. Okay. Dan's family likes Sam tremendously. True or false? Maya?
The reason is because they only invited him to events and not like
So true or false? False? Okay, let's see. Dan's family also invited him to their family events. So family events means like you go out with your grandmother, your cousin and all that and you invite Sam. Usually you don't, right? Because that's like your very close family. But because Sam is so nice that even family events they will invite Sam. So they treat him like family. So would you treat someone like family if you don't like them tremendously? No, right? So therefore the answer is true. Okay, so the reason for it is exactly because they invited him to their family events. That's why we know that they like Sam. They invited Sam to their family events, even though he was just or he is just a friend. Okay? He's not a family member yet he's invited. So that's an honor. All right. You want me to copy down? Let me know if I can carry on. Okay, everyone copy down, huh? Okay. All right, 73. Pick out two words from lines 27 to 37. 27 to 37, so quite long. 3 paragraphs, which show how Sam felt during his reflection. Each word is found in a different sentence. Before Jen spoke to Sam, what is his feelings? After Jen spoke to Sam, what is his feelings? Naura, before Jen spoke to Sam.
Clueless.
Clueless. Okay. And Kois, after Jen spoke to Sam?
He was, I think shocked.
It has to be the word from the passage.
Word from the passage.
Between 27 to 37. Look at line 37.
Wait. 37.
Mm.
Appreciative.
Okay, appreciative. Okay, Ziad, from lines 38 to 41, how did Mrs. Raju and the little girl show Sam their gratitude? Let's do Mrs. Raju. You can do Mrs. Raju. Thirty-eight. This one.
Mrs. Raju that once made his day by giving him some snacks after he helped her.
Okay. So you can also write in your own words. Mrs. Raju gave him snacks one day after he had helped her. And Maya, what about the little girl?
The little girl showed gratitude to Sam by greeting him joyfully each time
Mm-hmm.
the playground.
Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, Nora, explain the change in how Sam felt about what recognition meant to him. 2 marks. All right.
Sam learned that recognition could come in small ways, whether quiet in the warmth of a thank you or a grateful smile.
Okay. Sam realized that acts of recognition could come in small ways. 1 mark. What was the second part of your question? The answer? Sorry, I didn't catch your second part of your answer. No. Now can you hear me?
Um, whether quiet in the warmth of a thank you or a grateful smile.
Okay. Okay, I'll take the whole thing lah. Or the unnoticed impact on someone. Okay. All right. Okay, so I want you now to so later on, can you help me to total up your marks? Okay, maybe you can do it now. Just total out your marks. Already put it at the top of each section. Okay, they don't put it at the top of each section, but you can just write at the end of the page. Okay, how many marks you have per page. Then later on, you will send the photos to me. Okay, if you have not sent. I know Corey's already sent. One more person also sent me. All right. Okay, so because Ziad is leaving, I'm going to show you the booklet that I did for you. I made for you for everyone. You can do that. Okay, so I will share this with your parents. You don't have to print this out. If you have a tablet, it's like using an ebook. Okay, because it's a lot of pages. Of course, like if you want to print out, go ahead, but you can save that and not do that. So what I've done here is to actually put together words, common words that you can use to replace the usual words that you use for feelings and things like that, right? Okay. So this is the content page, what you can do. Let me see if I can show this in 2 pages. Okay, can. Okay. So how do you use this book? You pick an emotion or image you want to show, then choose a phrase, idiom, or descriptive technique to make your writing more vivid. Okay, then mix short, simple phrases with one or two stronger images, and then make sure that the expression fits the scene and the character. So the first part, okay, here, the content page you will see here, right? Emotions, then there's proverbs, and then creative uses of adjectives and descriptive writing, then there's a word bank, and I've got you some model paragraphs and some prompts for writing. Okay. So when you look at the word, okay, this part is emotion. So when you look at the word here, the words that you see here are actually similar meaning. Okay, so instead of happy and joyful, you can use all these other words. So for example, bubbling with joy. And then after that, I've shown you with an example. Okay, so May was over the moon when she saw her name on the list. Her smile was as bright as the morning sun. So this is one way to say someone is happy without using the word happy. So I have other emotions as well. So like sad. So all the common emotions that you would use in your composition. Sad, sorrowful, angry, annoyed, frustration, irritation, disappointment, fear, anxiety, nervousness, okay, surprise or shock, all right, and calm or peaceful. So usually you can use calm or peaceful to talk about, like, say, the setting. Like you want to talk about you're in a very peaceful place, or you want to talk about how you feel after everything has ended. All right. Okay, the next part, right, are some ways to use proverbs, idioms, and metaphors to show emotion and mood. Okay, so here, example, a heart of gold. What is the meaning? And then I give you an example of how to use it in a sentence. Okay, so let's read this together. Um, Ziad, can you tell me what does it mean to carry a heavy heart? Can you
Feel
find it?
feel deep sadness or worry.
Okay, and so example to use it is she carried a heavy heart to school after hearing the bad news. Yes, Coins, go ahead. Okay, Maya, can you show us how do we use the phrase like a fish out of water? Can you give me another example, not this one? So look at the meaning, like a fish out of water. What is the meaning?
When I entered my friend's home, I felt like a fish out of water
Because
because I am the only friend there.
Okay, or you're the stranger among the family members. All right. Okay, so I have some more. Okay, oops, I think there's some repetition. Okay, you can just ignore it lah. Okay. Okay, then I also bring in adjectives and descriptive writing techniques. So for example, when we describe something, right, we don't just use the descriptive words, we should also use the senses. You know what are senses? Your hearing, your visual, your nose, your taste, your touch. Right, so in this case, I want to describe this old book. All right, not just do I talk about how it looks like or that it's old. So old is an adjective, right? But I talk about how it smelled. So it smelled of dust and lemon scented polish. Okay, because last time they used lemon, some kind of lemon cream to treat the leather. Okay, and then its cracked leather cover looked tired and familiar. Okay, so you really describe what you see. Okay, another way to describe like action, right? Color plus feelings. So ashen face, blushing cheeks, sapphire sky, and gray bloom. All right, so her ashen face told me she had stayed up all night worrying. Or like people who get very scared, you can see that they look ashen, their face look ashen. Okay, then you can talk about describing movement. So sharp, sudden, fierce, blinding, right? So a sharp, sudden wind swept the papers away. Okay, right? So instead of using verbs to show emotions, she was sad, she was happy. Describe how she looked like. So she slumped onto the bench and hugged her knees. So obviously we know it's someone who is very scared. Okay. Sometimes we want to describe details. So for example, you want to show that somebody is maybe poor or not enough money and all that. So he fidgeted with his scuffed shoes. Okay, or his shoes look very worn out or torn and tattered. Okay, so this is what I mean. Like there's a bang here. You can add your own, of course. Okay, like warm embrace, honeyed voice, like a sweet voice. Okay, a brittle smile. So this smile that can anytime break into tears and things like that. Okay, and then after that, I give some short composition examples, like modern parrot. We'll do this later for the second half. Okay, then okay, maybe I'll do it after this since we have time. And the last part, you can do this as an exercise. All right. Okay. So I'm going to share with you in this file in the chat. You can take a look at it. You can refer to it when we do our work. All right. Okay, I've sent you in the chat. I think it's going to take some time. It's quite a big file. So we're going to practice doing some prompts. Okay, and you can use the book to help you. Okay, can everybody open the file? Yeah, I'm going to
Oh my
send you
god, it's
the,
taking so long to load.
because it's a big file. Sorry, yeah. 35 pages. Okay, I'll be PMing you soon. Okay, coins. Yet.
I have it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I cannot send to you, Maya. Wait, okay, Maya done. And now, okay, so we do a first prompt. Let me show you again. Everybody managed to copy down, download the file? Yes or no? The file is in your chat. Can you download the file? Okay, good. Ziad managed to download? No? Yes. Maya managed to download? Okay, great. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I want us to do this prompt. Here is my browser. Okay, you can follow the same way but change the details, okay? Can we do a prompt? So just type me a paragraph showing nervousness before a test. So you can use this as inspiration, but do not use the same thing lah. Don't copy word for word. So use this as an example, this one, showing nervousness before a test. So please type it in your Google Documents. So change the detail a bit. So for example, instead of the classroom, you can say the bedroom. Okay, and then instead of her palms, maybe you're talking about like her hair or something. Can? If anybody is not sure, please let me know. I don't see anyone typing. Are you all okay? Do you all know what to do?
What are we supposed to do?
Okay, do you see this on the screen? Can you please create a similar paragraph to show nervousness before a test? Okay, come.
Just the
Let me type it.
nervousness.
So create a similar paragraph.
Second one.
Okay. Okay, I'm typing on everybody's what do you call it? Documents now. Okay. Okay, use the paragraph as an example. No wonder why nobody type anything. So what you see on the screen, you can replicate it. So you can show it. You can copy the style, but don't copy word for word. Okay? Please type inside the table that I included. Okay, Zia, especially please complete this because you're left with 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay, sure, can.
So we have to like make another like composition of the same thing
Yes,
here.
correct. Use the paragraph as inspiration, like an example. It's not easy, I know, but you need to practice this.
Like what do we write about?
It can be anything. So think of any kind of situation. Doesn't have to be a full story. So nervousness before a test. So look at the paragraph. The classroom smelled of chalk and pencil shavings. Her palms were sweaty. She fidgeted with her pen until the tip snapped. So change the pen to like mechanical pencil or something.
Can we write about like
Regular.
before a football match or something?
Okay, can. I'm okay with that. But remember that not all the time you're writing about a football match that you're familiar with. So be comfortable with writing about things that you're not familiar with. Okay?
You mean
That will help to
things of
stretch your
like
creativity.
what I'm not familiar with?
Okay, change it to a basketball game maybe, or yeah, in this case it's a test, or maybe you're going to take a piano exam, something like that. This is the art of creative writing. Okay, that's why I say the easiest one is look at the paragraph, you replicate it, you make a similar paragraph, just change the word. Okay. Collins, you see you're very creative, right? You see it's normal to be creative, right? So come, show me your normalcy. Is that okay? No? Okay, what if I say, okay, can we change it for Zia and Kois, would this help instead? Your classmate is bullied in the corridor. You decide to help. Describe the scene and your feelings. Use these words.
Oh
Would that help?
yes.
Okay. Can. Then
That
you
will
guys do
help
this.
so much more. So it's just about somebody getting bullied lah.
It's not a full story, it's just a paragraph. Use these words given here. Okay? Maya, you okay? Maya? You want to do this instead, Maya?
Wait, so
Or
it's
you
just
want
a
to do the...
paragraph.
Yes, just a paragraph. I'm not asking you to write a full story.
So then we must
Just...
write upon like this topic.
Yes. So describe the scene and your feelings. So it can be any part of the Like, what about you, Kamil? Do you first just saw it, or are you describing the moment that you're helping your friend who's getting bullied?
Can I be
It
the
can be
one
any part of it.
bullying?
Hmm. Come, force yourself to do uncomfortable things.
Isn't it stepping out of our comfort zone?
Yeah, it's not familiar. Okay.
What does
Maya, if
keep
you have difficult, yes, sorry.
what does keep your chin up mean?
So jangan pandang bawah, like chin up. Okay, don't give up.
Like what?
Maya, are you doing it?
I'm thinking about how to
Okay, if that is difficult, you can do this prompt instead. Okay, the one that's the one that I'm showing on screen now. The
okay,
bullying part.
Processing.
Okay. Is that okay? Is that also not okay? Come, write a paragraph on this situation. Your classmate being bullied.
How long must it be?
4 to 5
How
sentences is
many
enough.
lines?
4 to 5
Okay.
sentences is enough. Yeah. Yeah, try a bit. Come. 2 sentences. Link? Okay, let me give you the link. Okay, send.
What does on edge mean?
On edge means that you cannot relax, like you're always worried that something that is going to happen. So you keep being like being prepared, being ready to fight back. Okay, it's 3:30, so we can take a pause first. We can come back later and continue. Okay. And for Ziad, thank you so much. All the best for PSLE. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
So I'm going to give Kois a Nora's writing. I'm going to give, so you all please comment like last time, huh? But comment nicely, please. Then I'm giving Nora's Kois's document. Okay. Hi, Maya. Okay, so just give one comment, one good point, and one point that to show what can be improved. Okay, and use nice language, please. Don't be so strict, yeah. Okay, Maya, you have about 5 minutes to complete the paragraph. Just 3 or 4 lines, that's all. Okay.
How do we comment?
You highlight something, then you right click and you click insert comment.
How do I spell curious?
Manage to add, Kois? So one good point and one area for improvement, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Kois. Any area for improvements? You all give very good comments. Can you give each other how can this be better? Okay, for your comment, Nora. So yeah, I like that, correct. So try to not use the common words like happy, sad, angry, frustrated. Try to use other words. So use the booklet. Okay, the booklet will help you to come up with other words. All right. Thank you, Nora. Uh, Kois, anything you want to add to Nora's? Yeah. Okay then. All right. Okay, Maya can? Yeah? Okay. Two more sentences, please. Okay, Kois and Nora, can you take out language practice? There are two sets of language practice papers. I don't know whether you know what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Okay, I show you. Language practice 1 and language practice 2. Give me a second. This one. Yes?
I have it.
I don't have it.
You don't have it. Okay, then never mind. It's okay. We will do it later together. Then you can just write on paper. Okay. Um,
Where do you
language
send it?
practice. Let me check the parents one. Hmm. Okay. How come you have it, Kois? Okay, but no worries. This one I can still send to you. Then you can do it later. Okay, you can still do it. But I'll just go through it in class while we wait for Maya. Okay. Okay, Maya, I go ahead first, okay, with our friend. All right, just a bit more, okay? Okay, so Kois and Naura. All right, more grammar practices. So we take turns, okay? Kois can start first. Okay, Kois tengah makan. Naura can start.
There were three people at the table, one of whom could not
Mm-hmm.
stop checking her phone.
Yep, one of whom. Okay, Kois.
Wait,
Mm.
how come my one is a different one?
Mm. There are two.
Wait,
Okay, it's okay. Then can just do from the screen, okay? You use a foolscap paper. Later I will give the practice. You all can still print and do it.
knows that eating is too much work for you. Everybody.
Everybody knows that eating too much is bad for you, yet there are still people who continue to do so. Okay, next. Smokers.
Smokers know that their habit will harm themselves, yet they continue to indulge.
Okay.
These bags are. They have left them. These bags are theirs.
Okay. Can. Okay. Question 5.
There are many there are many whom there are many who continue one to
Yeah.
procrastinate even though they do not ideal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next.
Procrastination is a bad habit. Although no.
No.
Since
Mm. Okay, because it explains the first clause, so that's why. Okay. Seven.
You should sit further away from the television or 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 you will damage your eyes.
Mm. Quiz number 8.
I exercise regularly because I want to keep fit.
Yep.
He used to eat large portions daily until his doctor diagnosed him as overweight.
Mm. Good.
His results have deteriorated.
Deteriorated. So it explains the first part. So the earlier one. Number 8.
Since
Since he has not been studying regularly. So it's a cause and effect, okay? Okay. Vocabulary. Naura.
The government implemented.
Okay. Okay, let me
What
share
does
with you the
superseded
meaning.
mean?
Yeah, correct. Let me see. Renounce means no longer using. Okay. So the government renounced the 6-day work week. So they no longer officially say it's a 6-day work week. They have switched to a 5-day work week. All right. Superseded means one over the other. So my mother's instructions superseded my friend's my friend's message. Means that my friends say, come, let's go out together, but my mom's instruction superseded that. Okay? Implemented, supplemented is like adding on. Okay? So in this case, the most probable is implemented lah. You applied it. Okay? You apply. Okay.
That's why it's called supplementary classes.
Yes, you add on the supplementary classes. Or you eat supplements like vitamin C and all that. Those are supplements because you add on to your diet, your food. Okay? Okay, good, Maya. Thank you. Hang on, I want to mark Maya's work for a little bit. Okay, Maya, in the meantime, you can take out a piece of foolscap paper. We'll do this first. Oh, can Maya? Oh, Maya, so fierce. Good, good. Okay, I like that your sentences flow. Again, try to use your senses. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you taste? What can you feel? Can you feel the sweat in your hair as you walk towards them? Can you hear the thumping of your heartbeat? Okay, can you hear or can you taste like when you're angry, sometimes your mouth feels very dry. So you can feel the dryness in your mouth. So all these things will help to add in to the scene. Okay?
I don't feel like my mouth is dry when I'm angry.
How does it feel like? You feel like munching something, is it? Yeah, so sometimes you have to pay attention. So when you pay attention to your feelings, that's when you can sometimes get inspiration. Right? So all these people who know how to write descriptive writing, it's not that they are somehow so clever. They just pay attention to how they feel. Okay? Like for some people, when they're angry, they can feel their face turning red or turning hot. Right? Or if they feel scared, they can feel the blood like draining from their face, or they feel their hands are very cold and clammy. So pay attention to these things around you. So that is the beauty of descriptive writing. Okay, it's using your observation to add on to the scene. Okay? All right, let's continue our vocabulary. All right, number 12. Whose turn is it? Huh?
It's mine.
Okay. It says Naura
Her
Kois Maya, okay? Yes.
what is ingrained?
Okay, let's look at the meaning. Ingrained means like built
Happy.
in built inside. Yeah, can be a habit, but ingrained does not need to be something negative. It can be a good thing, right? It is ingrained in the children to return the plates to the sellers after eating. So it is ingrained in us to always help others. So it's not exactly a bad thing. But in this case, it is a negative thing, right? Okay, let's look at sustain. Sustain means like continuous. But again, not to be used negatively also. Consistent is also like constant. But all these things, 2, 3, and 4, are not negative. It can be used for good things also. Right? You give consistently to the poor, you donate consistently, her acts of kindness are sustained. All these things are positive. But chronic has a bit of a negative meaning. Like chronic diseases? Have you heard of chronic diseases? Like people who are really, really sick, like a heart attack, cancer, and all that. So in this case, the word chronic is borrowed to describe her need to check her phone. Sikit-sikit nak check phone. Sikit-sikit nak check phone. So can you imagine when she lost the phone, she become totally frenzied. Okay? So this is chronic. Okay? Alright, can you try the next one, Koi? Since 12, I answered it.
In attempt to eat healthier, Michael was only eating 2 shreds.
How do you eat 2 shreds?
2
Really small.
splinters.
Okay, splinter is when you break a wood. Do you notice that the ends of the wood has little small bits? Those are splinters. So you don't describe cheese as splinters. So 3 is out. Okay, this is for wood. Fragments also for wood. Oops. More
Student is
pieces.
silvers. What is silvers? Slivers. Oh,
Slivers. Slivers. Okay, so you eat 2 slivers of cheese. So 2 helai cheese. No helai pula. 2 keping lah. 2 keping keju. Okay. Okay. Maya, 14.
You must stop looking at what generalizations and instead understand the whole truth before taking actions. It's like
Generalization is like, all girls are weak. They don't know how to do sports. That is a simple generalization. That is a generalization, right?
teacher, is it slide?
No, it's simple actually. So it's 3. Okay, so understand the whole truth. So sometimes you come in, you see something and you're very quick to react and you say, tu lah, that's why she's always like that. But that's a simple generalization. You don't understand the whole truth. Okay? 15. Naura?
The doctor advised him to the curb.
Curb. Okay. Curb to stop or reduce. Hinder means to prevent. Supervise is just to oversee, so it doesn't fit at all. What is restrict? Restrict also means you keep to a certain amount. Okay, so between curb and restrict, which one do you think is more probable? Of course, the answer is curb. Okay. Restrict does not mean stop, you see. So whereas curb, there's the element of stopping. So yeah, so the doctor is telling him to stop. 1 pack a day is a lot. Okay. All right. Okay, vocabulary close. Okay, let's read this together. Koi can read first.
Video game addiction (VGA) is the term used for excessively playing electronic games. Although VGA is classified as an official addiction, it is recognized as a real condition that affects a person's everyday life. There is evidence linking VGA to social isolation, reduced mental capacity, and stress.
Okay, so video game addiction is a thing, okay, and it is very common among young people, unfortunately. So you see here, although VGA is not classified as an official addiction, it is described as a behavioral condition. There's evidence linking VGA to social isolation. So they like to stay at home and they don't want to go to school, don't want to go to work and just play. Okay, because they are stuck in that gaming world. All right, reduce mental capacity. So they reduce means that mental capacity is the ability to think. So if your ability to think is reduced, what does that make you? You stop being able to understand, you stop being able to read, to understand what you read. Maybe you'd be very bad at math, at science, because you only train your brain to think of games. So the other parts of your brain becomes unused. Okay? And of course, there's also stress, because why stress? When you play game, you don't always win, right? So they're not able to live outside the game. That is just a game. It's fine to lose a game.
No,
Okay?
only if like that game you really play so much and like you're almost pro at it and you get like so bored, you try another game. Then after you're like very good at the game, then like you must solve the game. Like why you need stress now?
Because you know that the game is not the only thing in your life. So for these people, they live within the game. So I'm not talking about the common games like FIFA and all that. These are more of like, okay, too long is MMORPG. So they pretend to be someone in the game, and then there's like lots of levels and then lots of things they can do, like fighting and racing and all that. Um, so that is that video game addiction that they're talking about. Okay. All right. Next paragraph, Maya.
Research has shown that the root cause of addiction is the feeling of satisfaction that comes from completing an objective in the video game. A psychological need is created as players continuously seek to replicate that feeling over and over. Due to the constant change in technology and gaming trends, there is still much to be researched. Mental health professionals believe that VGA will, in due course, be classified as a compulsive addiction.
Very scary. So why is it that they become addicted? Because it's the feeling of satisfaction. So, oh, so fun, so shook. And they want to do it again and again and again. So that's why they say a psychological need is created as players continuously seek to replicate or repeat that feeling over and over again. This is the same for people who are addicted to eating, because whenever they eat, they feel like, oh, this makes me feel so good. I love the feeling and I want to do it again and again and again. And they're unable to stop. Okay? All right. So let's see if I can make this smaller. Okay, 16, Naura. A
Uh,
behavioral condition.
situation.
Hmm?
Situation.
Okay, so it's a mental behavioral condition.
Wait. Disorder.
So it's actually almost like a penyakit, like a disease. Okay? Okay, reduced mental capacity. Reduced. Number 17, Kois. Number 17, Kois.
Um, there is evidence linking VGA to social isolation, reduced mental capacity, and stress. Two.
Yeah, diminish. Good. Okay, compress is to make it smaller. You know, like how the volume, right? Volume of air can be compressed. So in this case, we cannot say that our mental capacity is compressed. It's just diminished, reduced. Discounted, you know, right? Discounted means that you pay lesser for something. Yeah, so similar, okay? So the best word is diminished. Okay, 18, satisfaction. The feeling of satisfaction. Maya.
Achievement.
Okay. Oh, very shocked. I want to win again and again and again. Right. So normal people say, I want to win again, again. Okay, you have to stop now. You have other work to do. Oh, okay. So you put down and you go off. So that's why you become bored after a while, right? Because to you, there are other things in my life. Okay, but for these people, they're not able to do that because sometimes they also look to the game to solve their problems. Like they're running away from problems, or like every time they stop gaming and they're like, oh no, I have to go and study. Like, nah, I'm not going to study. I'm going to go and play games. So they use the games for the wrong reasons. Okay. And then you continue to do it, then your body learns the behavior and becomes an addiction. Okay. Who is it next? Naura, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Replicate.
rewrite,
So replicate is like copying. You write the same thing.
produce, rewrite or reproduce. Yeah.
Imitate.
Oh.
Imitate. Wait, hang on. Reproduce. Oh yeah. Wait. Sorry. It's reproduce. Reproduce the feelings because you want to make it come again. Okay, and coins 20 constant. Oh, this one is very quite tricky.
Due to the constant change of 4,
No. Uninterrupted is like,
2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
yeah, two, continuous. Okay? Always changing. Right? Okay. Okay, grammar close. Whose turn is it next? Is it Maya? Okay. Oh, Maya. This morning.
This morning, a team of doctors came to our school to teach us about healthy habits. It started with an exercise demonstration during which we learned a 10-minute daily exercise. This exercise can be done every day and at any time. However, what exercise should not be performed within 1 hour of having a meal? Demonstration. There was a presentation on diet.
Wait. What's the answer for 26?
The answer for 26. L.
Okay, so L. This. Okay, Kois, after the presentation, after the demonstration.
After the demonstration, there was a presentation on diet. We were put into teams and played games which helped us to identify
Hinting to you.
to identify.
So all the different food groups, but come on, look through your options. A, B, C, D, E. Come.
X.
X.
Okay. Which helps us to identify all the different food groups.
Yes, all the different food groups. Okay. Alamak, sorry. Okay, let's look at the word first, then I'll show the helping words, huh? Naura, this was done.
This was done to show us that blank can have a healthy diet. That anyone.
You are. My team. Maya.
My team did not do very well because what could not name the food groups correctly. And
we could not name the food groups correctly. Only the top 3 teams received prizes, and I think that
Wait, I need the thing.
Sorry.
What? It's on 2 different pages.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, let me see the question first. Only the top 3 teams receive prizes, and I think that ought to get a prize. Okay.
Mm.
And I think that N
Cannot. We used N already. We use L.
G.
Our. And I think that our out to get a prize of participation. Talking about, there are many people who participate. So talking about,
Us.
no. Nora, what is it?
Everyone.
Yes, everyone. Okay. Okay, during what break? The doctors join us for snack. This one don't need the word also, you can know. Who is it? Nora, is it? Okay, Nora, during?
The break.
Hmm?
During the break or our break?
Okay, let's see whether the,
Our.
yeah, during our break. Oopsie. Our is G. The doctors join us for snack. Dr. Lee, what was the lead presenter? Dr. Lee? Maya? 32 here. Dr. Lee?
Dr. Lee Who?
Who? Okay, so who is E? Okay. Sat with our team and we told her how we had difficulty learning the food groups. She thought for a moment and then with a smile said that what concepts were easier to understand if we used our tongues. We discussed among what, but we were still unsure of what she meant. During the next session, the doctors gave what items from the different fruit groups to eat. It was indeed easier to remember. So when you eat it, maybe it's easier to remember. Okay? All right. With a smile, okay, Nora, with a smile, said that what concepts were easier to understand.
Can you go back to the question?
Mm-mm. What concepts were easier to understand if we use our tongues?
Which means said that
Concepts are plural. So which one can be used with plural?
said that this
Yeah. These concepts. And we discussed among Kois, we discussed among we. So we discuss among
them.
Ourselves.
Ourselves.
Mm,
Oh,
yes. Okay, during the next session, the doctors gave what items from the different fruit groups? Gave
us
mm, gave us items from the different fruit groups. Okay. Okay. We're editing. Maya.
As Singaporeans become more affluent, the
Pause. What is affluent? What is the meaning of affluent? Huh?
famous
cheap
famous
No, not influence.
famous
That's not
famous
influencer. No. Affluent means rich lah.
How we
Okay.
get rich?
Become more rich, so you have more money to spend. So you become more affluent.
Oh,
Okay, as Singaporeans become more affluent, the amount of food we are able to afford increases. We are exposed, so when you have more money, you can buy more kinds of food. We are exposed to food and flavor profiles that our forefathers could only what of? Dream of. Okay, because of the word could. Okay, Kois, however, there is a
Negative.
how to spell.
N. Oh, wait. I don't know how to spell. I know how to type it out.
And okay. Yes, correct. Negative side effect to that, which is weight gain. So because we can buy more food, we then gain more weight. Whereas during our grandmothers, great grandparents' time, money is scarce, so they cannot buy as many things as they want. So they will just eat the same thing every day. Like, have you heard of tapioca? Ubi kayu? So they'll eat like tapioca, vegetables. Okay, no money to buy chicken or beef and things like that. Okay. All right, Naura, around 10%.
Of of
Okay, around 10% of Singaporeans are now considered obese. So if you think about it, if there are 5 million people staying here, and 10% of 5 million is actually 500,000. So 500,000 people is a lot of people who are obese. Okay? Maya, the government have
the government has developed
how do I spell it?
DEVELOPED.
Okay, several policies to help curb the rise of obesity among Singaporeans. But it will take time to see if they will take effect. With unhealthy food such as fast food being so accessible to Singaporeans, it makes it a lot easy. Koi? It makes it a lot.
It makes it a lot. What's the word?
What to gain weight? The original word here is easy. So you're supposed to correct this. This is wrong.
It makes it a lot easier.
Easier. Okay, to gain weight. It is only a matter of time before our unhealthy eating habits catch up with us. It is crucial that we have a healthy diet in order to keep fit. Okay?
however,
Good. So we want to show a contradicting or contrasting point. So we don't say therefore. Therefore is cause and effect, right? However, this is not to say that we cannot eat fast food at all. We must eat in moderation. Maya, how do you spell that? We must eat in what is the correct word?
And moderation.
Moderation, yes. Okay, with the many culinary options available. What is this word actually? Culinary.
CULINARY.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, so there's many culinary options available. It is difficult to choose the healthier option. However, we must have discipline. Naura, how do you spell discipline?
BIS
Mm-hmm.
CIPLINE.
Yep. Okay, and tell ourselves that our decisions now will pay off in the long run. Eating healthily is a good habit that everyone should cultivate. Maya, how do you spell cultivate?
I think it's a CULTIVATE.
Good. Okay, cultivate. Doing so will increase the chances of leading a long life. Okay, very good. Okay, before we go, I'm going to go through a last revision of what we've gone through for the last 10 days. So we'll do this. I think this is the last one, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Okay, let this be the last one. Okay. Okay. Can each person take one paragraph? So you answer the questions in each paragraph as well. Okay? Kais, are you there? The toilet lah. Okay, never mind, Laura, you start first. Jill?
Jill was a bubbly and personable girl, and was often invited to hang out with her friends. However, she was blank and often forgot about her plans and schedule. This was a bad habit that her friends were beginning to
What
blank
of?
off.
So she
How
often forgot about her plans and schedule.
forgetful.
Hmm. Oh, sorry. Okay. This was a bad habit that her friends were beginning to what of? To?
Think of realize of. Wait, that does
Penat
not make.
lah. Penat lah. Asyik lambat. Asyik lupa je. Penat lah.
Um, I forgot. I forgot the word. I know the word. I forgot the word.
Penat. In
Get
English.
tiring of. To
Okay,
tire
so
of.
it's
Wait.
to, right? Yes. So the
To,
word to. To tire of. Okay? Okay, Naura, next. One day.
okay. Stop Maya.
Sorry, Maya.
One day, Jill was lounging about at home on her sofa, reading when her phone rang.
Mm-hmm. Continue. You do one paragraph.
She glanced at the screen and saw that her friend, Natalie, had messaged her. She had invited Jill out for dinner. Jill replied with a message agreeing before.
Before. Okay. Koyis, are you there?
I don't know what happened to him, Charles.
He went to the toilet, forgot to tell me. Okay, no worries. Naura, a few hours later.
A few hours later, she heard a knock on the door. Her mother wanted to remind her that Jill had promised to um attend her grandmother's birthday party tonight, and she should start to get ready. With a heavy sigh, Jill
Mm-hmm.
and blanked and went to get changed. However, the thought of dinner with Natalie had completely
Mm.
blanked her mind. With a heavy sigh, um, Jill agreed.
She agreed also can. Or she stood. Right, okay, not stood, she has to stand up. Okay, or she grumbled. Also possible. Koyis, we're already here. Okay, can you copy the
What?
answer?
Hmm?
Koyis, we're already here. You want to copy down the answer? So number 46 is forgetful.
Okay,
Okay,
Um,
all right.
how
However, the thought of
the thought of dinner with Natalie had completely um huh?
giving you a hint.
What?
Slip a mind.
Oh,
Ah,
I thought it's like slip out of her mind thing.
slip her mind. It's a what do you call it? It's a phrase. Okay. Okay. Kois, in order to
in order to avoid of any sort of maybe
she didn't want to
distraction.
disappoint. Mm, Okay, can also. Jill turned her mobile phone to silent mode during her grandmother's party. Oops. She had a great time talking to her cousins, playing games, and eating delicious food. However, her enjoyment was cut what? When she looked at her phone after the party. Was cut? Yes, Laura. Yes, yeah, Maya, sorry.
Short.
Yes, cut short. When she looked at her phone after the party, she saw what missed calls as well as many angry text messages. Okay. The key word here is actually many, but try not to use many. Is there another word that can mean the same as many?
Several.
Several, multiple. Okay. It turned out that Natalie had spent more than an hour waiting for Jill, only for her to be what up? What is the word, anyone?
Called up.
Let's see. Held up, is it? Only for her to be what? Okay, let me check this out. Okay. Next. Oh no, Jill thought. Uh, Maya, oh no.
Oh no, Jill thought. I forgot about the appointment with Natalie. Jill immediately called Natalie and tried to apologize. However, Natalie simply hung up. Jill could tell that she was what? Mad.
Okay. She was mad. Any other words?
Angry.
Hmm. Upset. Okay, so next choice. Jill was ashamed.
Jill was ashamed at letting her friend down. Jill to herself that she would apologize the moment she saw it. Jill promised.
Hmm. Okay. Laura, when they returned to school. You're muted.
When they returned to school, Jill immediately called Natalie out and said sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Through gritted teeth, Natalie accepted her apology, but warned her that this would be the last time. From then on, Jill realized that she had to um stop her habit.
Okay, or you can break the habit. Break her habit. She no longer would forget her plans with friends, and as a result, she became a much more organized person. Okay, last one, last one. So this is a transformation. Okay, Kois, he was told by his doctor to eat healthily.
Um, his doctor told him to eat healthily.
Any other answers? Okay, or his doctor advised him. Okay. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Maya, you want to try?
Video games were what he played until the early morning. Video games were what
Mm,
he was playing until the early morning.
so this is the active phrase, right? You want me to change the passive, right? So video games were played by who?
By
By
him.
by him until the early morning. It's a bit weird, but yeah, we don't usually write it like this. But they wanted you to be able to switch from active to passive voice. Okay? So another example of passive voice is the groceries were bought by mother. Usually we say, right, mother bought the groceries. But you must be able to switch. Okay? Okay, Naura, 63.
Tim had had Tim started on his project earlier, he would have gotten a better score.
Mm. Okay, Kais.
Some pupils are lazy. Not
I'm not
every
lazy.
not every pupils are lazy.
Not every pupil is lazy. Tricky, yeah? Okay. And the last one, Maya, you want to try? No sooner.
No sooner than his mother left the room. Eh?
No, it's a break. No
No,
sooner.
mother left. No sooner he turned on the television than no sooner his mother left the room than he turned on the television.
Anybody want to try? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nora.
No sooner had no sooner had his mother left the room. Wait, mother
Mm-hmm.
left the room, yeah. He turned on the television.
Mm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So there's one more practice you can do on your own. Okay. In fact, both will be sent to you. Sorry, I think I forgot to put into the parents folder. Then you can do it on your by yourself. Okay. Okay. Then the next one is I'm going to go through the slides gone through that we have gone through for the last 10 days. Okay. So any questions that you have, this is like sort of like the last chance you can ask me lah. Okay. Okay. So we'll start with day one. All right, so on day one, we went through reported speech. Okay, so we talked about what changes when we change the tense, okay? Right, especially from present tense to past, and then from past to past perfect, and then future and questioning and all that. All right, so you've seen this. Okay, then we talk about would future tense. I'm going, so she would be going. Right, she has visited Japan. I've lost my keys. Okay, the use of had. Okay, then the day after we went through Comprehension. So remember comprehension, we've done quite a number already. Okay, so the easier one is of course the literal question where you copy from the passage itself. Okay, there are lots of vocabulary questions, so make sure that you're reading the sentence before or after to understand how the word is being used. Okay, the harder questions, the inferential question where you have to kind of guess and make a logical connection. Okay, you have to read between the lines. And then, of course, you will look at questions to do with character and feelings. Okay, and then use of language, sequence, so the 1, 2, 3. Okay, and things like that. All right. Okay, so we did oral. So remember, when you are doing oral, okay, you're always reading for a purpose, and you're reading to a specific audience, and there is a specific context. Okay? Again, what is the purpose of your oral text? When you read the speech or whatever that is being given to you during oral, you have to make sure that you're suiting it to the appropriate audience. Okay, so if you're giving a speech to the school or to the principal, then you must use a formal tone. Whereas if you're talking to children or younger people, then you'll be a bit more casual. It's okay. All right. Okay, so what makes good pronunciation or what makes good marks for reading aloud? So you have very clear and consistently good pronunciation. You read very fluently, so there's no like weird pauses or hesitation. You don't add in your own words. Okay, your pitch and tone is also appropriate. So for example, don't make your voice too low or your voice too high. Okay, you have to make sure even if you're changing your voice for a dialogue, it has to be appropriate. Okay, so don't overdo it. Okay, so as I always say about stimulus-based conversation, SBC, do not wait to be asked questions. You continue the question. So can I ask everyone here, how many sentences must I give in my response for SBC?
8.
Oh, 8 is quite a lot already. Yeah. 4 to 5 also can. 8 is even better. Okay. Do you remember what is the structure that you use? PEE. Do you remember PEE? Oh, I didn't have it here. I think it's in the worksheet. Let me look at the worksheet. Here. So look at your worksheets that I've given you. All right. So when we plan for oral, we do this. We state a point, we elaborate on the point, and we have to give an example. Where do examples come from, friends?
Comes from our real life experiences.
Yeah. If you don't have an experience, what do you do?
You can make up
Or,
one.
or maybe just say that you would like to do it if you had a chance to in the future.
If I were, okay, you can use the phrase, if I were the boy or the girl, right? Or if this was my family, then you can give the response like that. Okay? All right. Okay, this is done. Okay, so remember there are many instances where the paper or the SBC is from things that you commonly know of. So your community, in school, in family. So don't ever say that I don't have a personal experience. You probably would have. Okay? Either that you can think of things that you have watched on TV, documentaries, and things like that. Okay, then we went to situational writing. Okay, remember you have 6 out of 6. This is your free gift. Okay, 6 out of 6, try to get 6 marks full. All right, actually, all of you did quite okay for your situational writing for the practice. All right, so keep it up. Okay, just that language and organization, your paragraphing, your grammar mistakes. You all have a problem with proper nouns. So with proper nouns like name of places, name of people must be in capital letters. Okay? Okay, we can take a look at format now. Right, so formal letters are the most complicated. You need to have 2 addresses for formal letters. Okay? Informal letters, no need, only one address. Whose address is it? your address. Okay, do you know why? Because the person needs to know who to reply to. And so you don't put their address, you put your address in the letter so that they can reply to you. Okay, and of course, we have done report and article, emails. We didn't do speech, I realize. Okay, but you would have known how to do speech based on your oral. All right. Okay, talking about animals, I think you all really like this topic, right? Okay, so yes, so how to be a good pet owner. So these are common things that they might test you during the PSLE exam. Okay, look back at all the worksheets. I would have put in some words to help you. Okay, so you look at the worksheet. This is day 3. Okay, so again, PEE, we discussed quite a bit of things. So look back at your notes. Look at what we discussed, all the points that we talked about. And read this article as well, okay? You can use evidence from these articles to put into your composition, all right? Okay. Then on day 4, we did continuous writing. Okay. So remember, continuous writing, 18 plus 18, so it's upon 36. Make sure that your story looks like this. Okay, make sure your story looks exciting, with the climax being the most exciting thing to happen in the story. It can also be tragic or the worst part of the story to happen at the climax, right? Okay, then yes, so we talk about this. This one you can definitely use for your composition, right? The different kinds of hook, how to start your story. You can start with a flashback, you can ask a question, you can do a reflection of a lesson that you learn, okay, or you can use attention grabbers, okay. Remember we went through different hooks. Okay, so again, this one had a worksheet, right? So day 4 worksheet. All right. So look through your worksheets. All the intention grabbers are here. Okay. Please read them and use them, all right? Okay. It is day 4, then day 5. Visual text. So the vaping one, family. So this one, you go to your lift, you can look at these things, right? You have your screen in the lift. Use your knowledge of visual text to understand how to read posters and all that. Okay. Then we did more synthesis and transformation. So remember, now you know how to use the hyphen or the dash. Okay, you can use the dash. You can use this in your composition as well. The dash helps to explain the first part of your sentence. Okay? And we did connectors, subject-verb agreement, preposition, so many. Okay. All right, then after that, I won't go through any more. So now I need your help. I want to get some feedback from you about the program. Okay, so I'm going to get you the Padlet. Okay, so there are 2 things I need from you first, okay? Hang on, ah. Okay, so you have 2 tasks to do, ah. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. Okay, so there are 2 things I need you to do. First is, today, what are your revision plans for your English paper after going through the class? So there are two. I need to write two. So let's do the first one first. What are your revision plans for your English paper? What do you think you need more concentration on? What are your strategies after this? Especially for the parts that you're not so strong at. Okay, Maya, are you there? Okay, so click on the Padlet link. There are two things to write. So on my screen here, can we do day 10 first? The one that is on the screen, day 10. What are your revision plans for your English paper? Hmm. To redo again, everything, but you can't get full marks for everything, isn't it? So which part? So be very, very specific. Why is it important to do this? When you are specific, then you are able to be very exact about your strategy. Okay. So for example, if you feel that your weak point is comprehension, then okay, work on comprehension questions. If you think it's synthesis and transformation, okay, work on synthesis and transformation. Come on, Collins, you can do it. Collins has one meme for every day of the week. Okay, also wanted to suggest that don't rule out like vocabulary. Things like simple things like vocabulary and grammar. You can do more of those exercises to strengthen your vocabulary. And then for composition, you can look at the booklet that I gave you. Those are some like strategies you can still use. Don't just work on doing and doing and doing. Make sure you understand what is your weak point, and then how to improve from there. Okay? Okay, for those who are done, can you go to the next one? What are your thoughts about this revision class? What did you like and what can be improved? So, a time, is it? How long? What do you mean by how long? Or too long?
Yeah, it's too long.
So you imagine, people usually do this face to face. So there are people who do it like 9 to 5, 5 days in a row. So the reason why we break it to 3 hours a day is because it's more doable lah. You can still do something in the morning, and it's at home, so you don't have to like know about travel and all that. Yeah, but yes, yes, okay. So Maya already respond. Okay, Naura, so waiting for Naura. What about the materials used? Do you all think it's enough? Like, would you want more of something or do more of something? Like, we didn't really do much of listening comprehension. We didn't do reading. Okay, we did quite a bit of reading, but we didn't do oral as much. So think about that. If you want to improve, then you can include that in, okay? My make the weeks longer. What do you mean make the weeks longer? You mean more than 2 weeks?
Yeah. Because then
So
Because you didn't what?
crash out by the
I
time.
don't have English tuition.
You don't have English tuition. I see. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't have English tuition actually. Yeah, people usually have maths or science tuition, and yeah, it's not possible to have tuition for everything. But okay, good feedback. You're the rare one. Okay, but yes, thank you so much for enjoying the class. I also want to say that all of you have been really, really good and attentive. Thank you for being patient and doing your work and things like that, even though at times it was quite difficult. Okay, I also seek forgiveness from everyone. Okay, if there's anything that was too difficult or I offended you or anything, yeah, please forgive me. I'm also human. Okay, and yes, I make dua that all of you will excel in your PSLE. So please keep in touch. Let me know how it goes for prelims and PSLE. Okay, and all the best. I will include you in my du'as and I hope that you will do well for all of your papers, inshallah. All right, is there anything else you want to let me know? Okay, so just remember to, I think paper two, if you have not sent me, I think Koi's already sent me, right? Please get your parents to just take a picture of the paper because I want to know how you do. And then send it to me before Sunday, okay? Or Sunday itself is fine. Okay, take care, everyone. Assalamualaikum. See you, inshallah. Bye.
Waalaikumsalam. Bye.